Alright, what's up everybody? So I'm gonna try a little something, experiment thing. Try to do like an interactive type of out-of-body experience. My very first out-of-body experience that I had induced ever. And it happened in my house that you're seeing right here. So it was like a really quick experience. So I can film like what exactly I was seeing and then kind of just talk to him and explain like what exactly was going on, because although the structure of the house and everything looked the same, there was things happening that doesn't make sense for the physical world. So I thought it would just be a fun thing to do since my first one was short. So let's see how it turns out. Alright, so here's my bed. I had a different bed at the time. This is a nice king size bed. But basically this is how it started. Right, I'm laying in bed. I think I was on my side or back. And I start to transition into my body falling asleep while my mind stays awake. And it basically felt like everything was like really swirly. Like I was like going through a vacuum, and then I got these like really bright flashing lights in my vision. Alright, so once, oh, and I also heard like auditory hallucinations from over that way. So once all that subsided, and as this was happening, I was like, I knew that I did it. Like this is my first time actually doing it. So all those sensations subsided. And then I popped up like this, and I hopped out of bed, and I was still a little bit confused. So I was looking around, same exact setting. I looked right, I looked left, and I couldn't really tell that I was non-physical because it was my first time inducing it, and it was just confusing. So anyway, I looked right, I looked left, I looked right again, and there was this like little like fuzzy black thing on the ground, and it was coming towards me, and it got to my feet, and I jumped up and I came back to my bed, and then it came up, it jumped up with me, and it turned into my brother's dog, little black fuzzy dog thing. So after that I was like, what the heck, what are you doing here, monkey? And then so I went back down, wasn't scared anymore, and then over here was my other dog, my parents' dog named Chase. So both those dogs for some reason were with me, and it was all good. So then I started to come out here. Alright, turn this way. This is just my house. Everything looked the same. There wasn't anything that stood out crazy. Alright, so then I came into the kitchen. Right? I remember stopping right here specifically, looking down one more time, seeing the dogs maybe there and there, and then boom, that was it. I winded up all the way back in my bed, physically awake this time, and that was it. Like I said, very short experience, because when you don't have much experience in the non-physical world, that doesn't last very long. I can make a whole video on how to prolong. There's already stuff out there how to prolong your non-physical experience and everything like that, but there's a lot of ways to do it. But real quick summary, like if you utilize your 5 physical senses, then in the non-physical it kind of solidifies you there. If you meditate there, like close your eyes and take some deep breaths and try to ground yourself there, that'll solidify you there a little bit more. Last thing, the biggest thing for me, I found, if I question, what's Zeus doing? If I question what I'm seeing, or it just doesn't feel right to me, it feels like unfamiliar, something like that, then I am very prone to wake back up physically, because I'm trying to apply physical logic and physics to that realm, which doesn't make sense because it's a different world, there's different physics, and all that stuff. So yeah, that wasn't my first experience in the non-physical, because I've woken up in sleep paralysis and that's what was happening to me early, and I learned how to move. So I knew how to explore it already, but this was the very first time I went from a waking, completely conscious state and stayed conscious the whole time to you know, my body falling asleep and my mind staying awake and be able to experience the whole thing. So it was really cool. All right, so this is my very first like experience I'm sharing. I have a lot more, so I can definitely share all of those. Okay, I don't want this video to be like extremely long. I could talk about another experience right now, but I think that's good enough for right now. And I'm gonna put out some more videos just talking about the experience. So thank you all for watching and listening. Here's Zeusy. He's the man with the plan. And we out of here. Peace.